My name is Julieveve PT. You can call me Julie. I'm 26 years old and I am from Cebu. I'm currently an ALT here in Japan. I'm teaching English to public elementary schools and I'm part of the Investing Millennials. And this month, I got promoted to Senior Marketing Director. Yay! And my sharing for today is entitled, IMG is the key. IMG is the key. I would like to start my sharing with the source of my biggest why, which is my family. So, apat po kaming magkakapatid, pang-tatlo ako sa family namin. Yung papa ko ay tricycle driver at kung napapansin nyo, wala si mama dyan kasi palagi siyang wala. Isa siyang domestic helper sa Hong Kong. Hindi pa ako nag-aaral. My mom already is an OFW abroad. And dahil dyan, palagi siyang wala sa mga special events ng buhay namin. Since nagkamulat ako, never ko pang naranasan ang kompletong pamilya during Christmas. Wait! Di pa ako nag-mature, I was full of anger. Wait lang. I need, sorry po. Di ko alam na saan tissue. Yung di pa ako nag-mature, I was full of anger and questions. Wait lang po, sorry. Okay, nag-open lang ako ng aking tissue. Sorry. Anyway, when I didn't mature yet, I was full of anger and questions kung bakit di kami mayaman or kung bakit kailangan pang mag-abroad ni mama. And kung may pera lang sana kami, hindi sana siya mag-abroad. And I can't imagine the unconditional love she has for sacrificing 20 plus years in her life living alone. And I can't imagine that kasi magto 2 years na akong living alone here sa Japan. And nakakamiss yung family mo and nakakamiss yung Pilipinas. So, eto yung first big why ko. I want na together kami everyday. Complete family na together everyday. And though palaging wala si mama sa tabi ko, kailanman ay di ko na feel na I am not loved because growing up, I was surrounded with overflowing love from my lolo, lola, aunties, and uncles, and my cousins. So yun. Sabi nga ni Sister Marie, a woman who knows that she is loved can do anything. My college graduation was very special for me. Ito lang yung graduation sa buong buhay ko na naka-attend yung mama ko. I was the happiest daughter. So, as a graduation gift, binigyan ako ng mama ko ng 13 days trip to Hong Kong. This gift was most memorable kasi this was my first out of the country na trip and it was also an eye-opener for me. Nakita ko yung mama ko na magtrabaho ng sobra-sobra. At 6 a.m., lumalabas siya sa boarding house niya. And babalik lang siya at lunchtime because I was there sa boarding house para mapakain ako. Tapos after that, uuwi na naman siya around 11 p.m. So it was 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Sabi niya, on regular days na wala ako doon, kumakain na lang siya sa daan habang naghihintay ng train. At one day, in-invite ako ng amo niya na kumain sa bahay nila. I never thought na my mom talked so much about me. So when I went there, parang kilala na ako ng amo niya. So her boss invited me to the dining table and we ate together. I told my mom to eat with us. Sorry. Pero sabi niya, magkukuskus pa siya. Hindi ko alam if mai-imagine niyo yung feeling ko noon. Hindi ko maintindihan kasi I was eating with her boss. I was eating good food. Tapos yung mama ko naglilinis. But I kept myself steady and I prayed na di ako makaiyak while kumakain. So, while her boss made me feel like a visitor, my mom was cleaning all around. And then, nung dumating na yung anak ng amo niya, I saw her greeting the child and binihisan, tas inalagaan niya. I was eating good food, pero what I saw was something that I craved for. It's the time, attention, and care of a mom. I realized na grabe yung love and sacrifice ng mama ko just to give us a comfortable life. At kahit na most of the time, wala siya sa tabi ko or sa tabi namin. Siguro mas malalim yung pain na dinadala niya kasi siya lang mag-isa. And I can't bear it. From then, I told myself na I will work hard and I will give her the life that she deserves. Kaya saludo po ako sa lahat ng domestic helpers ng Hong Kong. Salamat sa lahat ng ginagawa niyo para sa family ninyo. So, umuwi ako sa trip na yun na may malalim na hugot and na mapauwi yung mama ko and also to give her the life that she deserves. Pero I failed. I failed. On 2015 to 2018, I worked in the BPO industry and after a year, naging private school teacher at na-broken-hearted ang lola ninyo. Kaya doon nag-start ang aking pa-hashtag na maestrang laagan or it's like teacher na gala at nagta-travel anywhere and I was really super YOLO kahit wala ng pera after. Kahit na ganun, di naman naabot sa punto na nagkakautang-utang ako dahil sa mga gala ko. But yes, wala akong ipon. I was very financially disorganized. Yung mga friends ko, gala din sila. So, hindi pa ako future ready. But then during my quarter life crisis, it suddenly hit me na in all the years of my employment, I had no healthcare, I had no savings, and I had no investments. It's because I was financially illiterate and ignorant. I had no financial goals and I had no guidance. But God used this mess and turned it into a message. While I was getting ready for my job here in Japan, one of my prayers was to be able to find a guide or a platform which can help me with my finances. Tama na siguro yung 5 years of ignorance. I want a change in my life. So during the Kerigma conference here in Cebu, in Cebu pala, doon sa Cebu. Last December, I was blessed to serve and was able to listen to a class called Investing Millennials. And the speaker was Miss Chai. She is one of the co-founders of Investing Millennial. It was such an eye-opener. It was as if out of the thousands of people who attended, she was talking to me. After the conference, I did not hesitate to reach out to her and we started communicating. Eventually, I was able to come up with a financial plan. Even when di ko siya naintindihan, ang akin lang is that I know that I can trust her kasi hindi siya magiging speaker ng conference if I can't trust her, di ba? So, during February of 2019, I was getting ready for my job here in Japan. Kailangan kong umutang sa lending for my placement fee and pocket money. At dahil ang dami-daming bayarin in moving into Japan, nag-loan din ako sa company namin dito for my moving in costs. I had almost $500,000 debt at the age of 24. And though I was fearful, I know that behind all those debts is a God who provides. And a loving God who is faithful and able. A God who won't harm me and who will always be there for me and who will always make a way even when there seems to be no way. March of 2019, finally nasimulan ko na yung IMG. Tapos looking back, di ko talaga alam na it was a blessing in disguise. And susi yon sa lahat ng big wise ko. By the way, the part na inutang ko doon sa lending ay pinambayad ko sa membership ko at yung first Kaiser ko. And days before flying off to Japan, I met Chai again in Makati. And I don't know why, pero I love the aura of the office. Tapos, the people there were very happy. I met her parents and I asked for a picture kasi I read their book and I learned loads of things. Again, at that time, I'm going to Japan with almost $500,000 debt. And the best thing about it is that I have a coach and I've read Debt Destroyers. In behalf of the Debt Destroyers readers who applied and really went out of debt because of the efficient principles that are found in the book, thank you, Sir Benj and Tita Feli, for being an instrument of God's love. Know that I will always be a promoter of your book, especially to all the loved ones and future people that I will meet na lubog sa utang at di pa financially literate. That's the reason why my third big why is to be an instrument of God's love through helping other OFWs get out of their debts and to build their solid financial foundation. To go home rich with a purpose. Wait lang. Okay. So, let's go to my Japan life. Konnichiwa, Japan! This is it! On my first 4 months here in Japan, dito ko lang naranasan na halos wala ng pambili ng pagkain, as in. Kasi sobrang lubog ako sa utang and ang mahal-mahal ng apartment ko. And to be honest, di ko pa magawa yung abundance formula. Kasi if i-invest ko yung whole 20%, wala na akong kakainin. But Chai was there to guide me. She said, one step at a time. Wait lang. Okay. She said, one step at a time, and to always eyes on the prize, which was to pay off my debts while still building my SFF. I was consistent sa healthcare ko, and though hindi pa ako nakakapag-invest, I feel so blessed that I am able to do more of my tithes. Despite the scarcity of my most basic needs, my faith was abundant, and I disciplined myself to give more, because I believe that the more you give, the more you become a channel of God's blessing, God's indescribable love. Because of the teachings of the feast, I was educated that the joy of living is giving. It is when we give that we help ourselves to become generous. When we give, we attract more blessings. Kahit na may kurot, I give more than 10%. Kwento ko lang pala kung bakit natapos ko yung $500,000 debt ko. When I was a child, dati ko pang naririnig na may property kami. Pero sobrang gulo kasi yung mga parang mga ninuno, yung lahat ng mga say tiguang, lahat ng mga old people sa like family namin, relatives, ganyan. Ang gulo nila because of that property. So my millennial cousins and I always thought that we will never be like them. And we never believed na totoo yung sinasabi nilang property. Kasi nga, kinder pa ata ako noon, and they always talk about it. And then like, hi, I'm already 25 and I'm already going to Japan. Hindi pa rin yun like na nabibili or something. Until my 25th birthday, my family told me that after X numbers of years, nabayaran yung property. And my lola was really very willing to help na bayaran yung utang ko sa lending company na yun. So, this situation reminded me that God always thinks of us. He knows our past, our present, and our future. He has great plans for us, and He will always work mysteriously to make all things possible. I was really thinking, na really, Lord, even when I was a kid, you already was thinking of a way to pay off my debt like 20 years later. Imagine how God writes the story of your life, and imagine how indescribable His plans are for us. And I really, kasi yun na nga, it was, how do I say, like, mind-blowing na kung kailan ko talaga siya need, dun pa siya nabayaran or something. So, anyway, while in Japan, from time to time, pag may nag-a-ask na friends ko or like random people about my life here in Japan, yung sweldo, ganyan, always kong sinishare sa kanila na to have a financial coach, to read the book, because I know that when they go here, I know malulubog sila sa utang or that. So, if my friend ako na naririnig who wants to start securing their future, ini-introduce ko sila kay Chai. But around April this year, Chai told me if meron ba akong mga friends na pwede niyang ma-educate. So, I message my ALT friends here in Japan and some other friends also. And out of the 7 friends that I have there, only 2 started investing. And I'm really, really happy. And since hindi ako makauwi sa Pinas, I was really, really sad. So, I busied myself with devotionals, tapos devotionals with my friends, tapos also educating myself with financial literacy through the events of Investing Millennials. And after attending loads, wait lang po, naisip ko to share them. I mean, after attending loads of the Investing Millennials events, naisip ko to share them with my friends. And nagsishare na din ako ng mga posts ng Investing Millennials, but hindi talaga siya intentional. Like, gusto ko lang, sorry, nag-group ko. Anyway, gusto ko lang i-share yung mga posts ng Investing Millennials kasi I learned a lot from it, pero hindi ko talaga intention to like invite people. Like, I really didn't see the heart of IMG. I really didn't see the vision of IMG. So, parang share lang. But then Chai was consistent to approach me and ask me to do IMG together with my friends Nicha and RJ. So, kapag sinasabihan niya kami na, uy, do IMG, like, kami is like, okay, okay lang po. Parang ganyan lang kami, like, hindi talaga namin siya gustong gawin, to be honest. Kasi hindi namin siya priority. And yun na nga, hindi pa namin nakita yung vision niya. Then, surprisingly, naging MD ako officially at nakapasok sa Trainers Academy around June. Tapos, yung sinabihan ako ni Chai na nakapasok ako sa Trainers Academy, like, ano po yun? Hindi ko alam yung marketing director. Hindi ko alam yun. So, on that time na
nakuha ko yung promotion, Chai invited me to attend the convention. And I think like most of you, I'm also a convention baby. Kung hindi dahil sa inspiring and motivating talks at pa-bombshell ni Mayor na 10-10, hindi siguro ako nag-run ng SMD. Nirun ko siya kasi at that time, sobrang lapit ko na sa 30-30. And I know deep down that I will get the promotion. Like, confident ako na makukuha ko yung promotion. And because it was not just a goal, but a choice to get the SMD promotion, I was so fired up to share the mission to my loved ones and friends. And because of God's grace, a lot of my friends saw the importance of the mission. Through consistently attending financial casas brought by the investing millennials, attending the leaders call that I can attend to, and trainings like these and the Trainers Academy, I was awakened by the thought na hindi ko lang to dapat i-keep and that I should be able to help others through this. I truly believe that if your intentions are pure and selfless, God will always grant the desires of your genuine heart. Sa totoo lang din, nahiya ako at first mag-approach kasi baka i-reject ako. And somehow, may kurot na ma-reject, especially if the person is on your love list. Tapos, ayokong sabihin nila na I'm doing this because of the commissions that I can get. But because we were always monitored and we have weekly meetings, I gained a new perspective about the mission that we are doing. God made me realize that we have a huge blessing to share. And then I asked myself, bakit ako mahihiya at matatakot mag-share na magandang gift? Diba I should be proud and happy na I got the chance to share a huge blessing? That's when I started loving what I'm doing. Then, that day came when sinabihan ako ni Chai na SMD na ako. I feel so blessed. And here I am in front of you sharing my story. So here's what I did. I created a goal and a declaration that I read twice daily. I commit myself to doing the 30-day fast start. I also humbled myself to be willing to learn, and I did whatever it takes to be teachable. And even in my busiest schedule, I trained myself to have the meeting mindset. When I also approach people, I always put in my heart na I have a blessing to share. If they will reject me, hindi talaga ako yung nire-reject nila. It is the opportunity. And I will always put in my heart na a no now doesn't mean forever. Again, if may nagsasabi sa'yo ng no, di naman forever sila mag-no. When they will say yes in God's perfect time. And lastly, and personally na rin, I talk to God daily. I put Him first in everything that I do. And when I talk to Him, He always reminds me that He will always provide, that He will give me a good future, and that He will open a river of opportunity. Dahil sa sobrang dami, there will be no room for all the blessings. And that if He provides, it's always siksik, liglig, and umaapaw. Seeing the opportunity in IMG also give me a big why to have an abundant life and to go home rich with other OFWs. Today's sharing is entitled IMG is the key, because I know that IMG is the key for me to be financially educated, and for that I am forever thankful. And IMG is also the key for me to be surrounded with an amazing community who serves through loving one another. IMG is the key to serve my passion, which is to educate. And IMG is the key to be an instrument of God's love through helping others achieve His promises too, of giving us a prosperous and a good future. By the way, I will be singing a song. I want to end this sharing with an excerpt from the song Susi Susi or key. Kasi IMG is the key. Pero, Tagalog lang siya. Susi by Ben and Ben. This song motivates me when I feel down and I have to do a little more push to do the mission. So, if there will be times that you will feel the same, please remember these lyrics. Lisanin man ang mundo, wag ka lang susuko. Nandito lang ako. Mga batikos, wag nang diringgin. Pakawalan lang yan sa hangin. Bukas ay malapit na ring dumating. Umabang ka pa din. Oh my God. Balikan kung bakit ka ba nagsimula. Bago mo sabihin na ayaw mo na. Huwag mong sosolohin, di ka mag-isa. Ikaw pa rin ang susi sa takbo ng iyong tadhana. So before I end this, thank you so much, God, for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, Ate Chai, for being a woman of pure service and a genuine heart. To her parents, Tita Feli and Sir Benj, to the investing millennials, to my soul sister, Nicha. Girl, I think napalayang slide next. To my soul sister, Nicha, yung nag-share screen now, who's always there for me, and to RV also, and to my lover, and to all my friends and loved ones who believed in everything that I do. Thank you also to everyone who made IMG possible. Thank you, and to God will always be the glory. Thank you.